So today we're going to unbox the CJRB Crag. Crag? I don't know, I'm going to call it Crag. It's C-R-A-G, Crag. So I like my sheep's foot blades. This is the Kaiser Sheepdog, which is very small. This is like one of the OG ones before they went fancy, whatever. Black G10, blue accent. So this is going to be a larger one, but you know, we'll have this here for a little comparison, and we might as well use it to open it now that I have it out. If I can see what I'm doing through the camera, there we go. I'm excited for this one. This is the one that's all black, black on black, black not G10, black carbon fiber, although I'm pretty sure it's an overlay over G10, red accent. Oh yeah, that's a big guy for sure compared to the sheepdog. Move that over. Come on. All right. First of all, let's take a peek at this. So you could see the carbon fiber scales, the red accent, not on the back spacer, because there is none, there's just standoffs. I'm remembering some of their other knives where they have like colored standoffs. So this, to me, is like a carbon fiber laminate. You could already tell that Cleaver-like blade shape, all black, black coated, lanyard loop. Are we centered out the box? Yeah, that looks absolutely perfect. I'm moving left to right just a hair, but that looks absolutely perfect to me. Let's see, is it AR RPM 9? Yes, it is. So this is their proprietary steel. I think a lot of people compare it to 9 CR18 MOV and some other steels like that, which is stainless. CJRB was known to be using D2 a lot, and D2 is, although it's a tool steel and it's a little more tough, it's not stainless. This is stainless, so I'll take that as a plus side. I don't mind. People talk good about this. Just for comparison purposes, we knew it was going to be a lot bigger anyway, but this is just to show you. We'll do another one open. So let's see first flick how... This thing is heavy, by the way. We're going to weigh it in a second, but this has some heft to it. The blade is 3.5 inches or just under a quarter in the CJRB. Website's listed as 3.5, but CJRB lists at 3.43. Reason why I'm doing this right here is because I don't want to forget to tell you guys, there is no jimping. I don't know why CJRB does this with a lot of their knives. The Gobi was another one, which the D10 was strong, but it had no jimping. Like, just put a little bit of jimping. So that's something I noticed, but it is in a position and it's coated, so it's not slippery. Let's see, ready? First open. Ah, yeah. That flies. Not as smooth as other CJRBs, just being honest. It's you know, it's on bearings and it definitely drops. It closes. It just has to break in a little bit, I would think. For a blade this big, I would expect it to, like, you see, I gotta shake it a little bit more than expected. If I were to whip out this, like, this is a small blade and it just goes right in. Let's do a full-size comparison, because if you like a sheepdog, sheep foot blade, these knives, you know, this style, Cleaver style knife, whatever you want to call it, and you have a small one and you want to get a bigger brother, you can get the bigger brother of this. But if you want to keep it more budget, I believe these come in a lot cheaper. Depends what you get. They have it with G10, they have it with not PVD coated, or I don't know if the PVD, black coating, let me just leave it at that. So yeah, this is a heavy knife for what it is. I do like this choke up spot up here. That is nice. It's usable. If you got big fingers, maybe not. I got skinnier fingers, so for me it's usable. You could definitely choke up on that. Now, can you actually use it like that? Let me get something flat and try and see if we can figure this out, like on a vertical plane over here. Might as well use the scale and then we can weigh it right after. So if we are on something, I don't know if it's big enough. Let's say we go like this. So you can't go all the way. Let me see if this one, you can do it. It looks like it's a lot closer versus something like this. Yeah. So you see the big gap over there. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm just trying to show you, because I know a lot of times people buy Cleaver style blades to not only EDC, but to possibly be able to use them for some, you know, sort of food prep or whatever. This one seems to not be as good for that. In the hand, feels awesome. We have what I assume to be a deep carry pocket clip, which we do. CJRB usually always does that. It's black. This thing, like I said, completely blacked out. Aesthetically, I think it looks nice. Let's see how the lockup is. If we can pick it up, let's go over this. If you hear wind, I apologize. I'm near a window and it sounds like a freaking hurricane outside. Lockup looks good. I'm looking at it through the camera, so it's a little bit difficult for me to see, but it does look good. Like just perfectly right there, not too much over, not too little. There's no lock stick, but the liner lock, you need a good amount of force. That's an odd one. Like usually there's either lock stick or there isn't lock stick, and the way you gotta move it isn't too, it's usually like easy. This one, you gotta give it a good amount. And maybe that's why it doesn't drop shut as much as expected. Although it does seem like it's breaking in a little bit already. But you can see for a large blade, I've had CJRBs before. I've had plenty that drop shut a lot smoother than this. And this is a large blade, so you'd expect it. The liner lock, I think the liner lock has a lot of tension on it, on the blade as it's closing. But don't take that the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? Like this, other than that, this is a great knife in hand. That's just nitpicking. Another just up close look at that blade shape. Let's see how much this weighs, because I'm gonna have to say like 4.5 or more. This thing, it feels pretty heavy for what it is. Let's try and get this like out of some light for you guys. All right. Oh, I'm not good with guessing weights, especially when I don't have a comparison in my hand. 4.62. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me look underneath. 5.11. All right. So I was right when I said it seems heavy. 5.11 ounces. So if you like a heftier knife, this is the guy for you. Let me move this somewhere so it's out of the way. So like I was saying, if you like a heftier knife, something more weighty in the hand, and you don't mind in your pocket being weighed down a little more than you would expect, this is only a 3.5-inch blade. Now, yes, Cleaver style blades are usually going to weigh a little bit more because they just take up so much more room. They're not meant to be skinny, thin profile blades or anything. It's not the thinnest this way, but I mean the up and down here, it's wider, fatter, and then you need to have a handle that fits it. The action is great. It is smooth, you know what I mean? And the detent, I think, is great. That's something where knives have come a long way. Like 4-5 years ago, detent on knives were not good. This is just a generic statement. In general, I remember Kaiser. Like I have the Gemini. I love the Gemini. I'm going a little off point over here, but I have it literally with me. Yeah, it's right here. Like I have it here. Like, this is one where you can, like, do one of those with. You see how it just popped up, too? And I barely, like... The newer Geminis are better. Now, mind you, this if you give it a good push button, it'll fly out. If you light switch it, it'll fly out. But the D10 is soft. D10 is soft. That was, like, sideways, not even straight down. Just an example. I feel like knives have come a long way from 4 or 5 years ago when it comes to like bearing knives and the smoothness of it and the D10. People really locked it down now. So this knife in general, you know, everything about it is nice. It's heavy. The cons are it's heavy. It's not the smoothest drop shutty. I'm sure a cleaning and a minor adjustment can do that if that's something you completely care about. But look, that's pretty damn smooth right there. And the lock bar. You need a lot of force to maneuver it. Not a lot, you know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm making a big deal out of it. You could tell I have no problem doing it at all. Let's do a quick paper cut test. I'm running out of paper. I have this with me from another test. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Okay. I've handled a lot of knives recently that I've unboxed. This is sharp out the box. All right, let me clean this up. All right, so this was a quick review, unboxing of the CJRB Crag, however you pronounce it. It's gonna be linked below in Amazon affiliate link if you're interested. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys think of this, and subscribe for more knife content. Thanks a lot.